Hi, sweetie.
The starting point for fall was all of my travels to Savannah, Georgia. I've been, over the past year, traveling there like once a month or so as a mentor, actually, for Savannah College of Art and Design for their fashion department. And, you know, over the course of the past year, really fallen in love with it as, you know, as a place. And it has such an interesting energy. You know, it's supposed to be the most haunted place in all of the U.S. And it's sort of this strange mix of old, sort of Southern charm mixed with like all of these art school creative kids like riding around on bikes, and it's sort of this push-pull tension of like the old and the new, and I really wanted to encapsulate that for fall. It plays out in a lot of the shapes and prints, and the color story was very much inspired by the nature of Savannah in terms of the florals and the Spanish moss, and a lot of the textures had to do with kind of the old interiors of those kind of decrepit mansions, and everything kind of was handpicked for, you know, a certain reason. We have some great shearling pieces actually with Paula George's furs, and I sort of love the idea always of like throwing on a big fur coat just with like, you know, a pair of tights. Commando Tights was our sponsor for the tights this season, and you know, I think there's so many interesting things that you can do with just a fur coat that, you know, when we have to come to style the collection, it's sort of like that's the last piece that you put on. A lot of what you find in Savannah are very kind of old, dusty things, and there's some great antique stores that always have, you know, amazing old textiles, amazing old upholstery, or, you know, really anything. And so we took a lot of that spirit into consideration for the prints.
I missed his presentation last year because a small window whenever we're filming, and I really wanted to come, and so this year I've been honored to be able to be here. But I just love his designs. You know, I love like kind of like funky, different fashion, and I mean, I had a hard time choosing. I tried on like 4 different outfits, and they gave them all to me, and I sat there today like, which one do I wear? Because I felt different in all of them. I felt like classy, and then I felt like trendy, and then I felt, you know, something different in kind of all of them.
I'm a huge fan of his, and he changes it up so much every year where you kind of sometimes can't tell if it's what he did or not, which I kind of think is awesome. And I'm excited he has hats in his collection this year, and that's like a staple in my wardrobe. So I'm excited to see that. And yeah, I'm a fan. I'm here to support him. I'm like just going over there. I'm like from afar, like I like that. I want that shirt.
He's a friend, and I like to be supportive, and I'm always amused and surprised by what he does because he always comes up with something different. I really want that holy coat, the coat with the holes, I think is really fun. But all of the material and the details and everything are so beautiful. I like that. That's a nice, the jacket with the sequins is very cool too. He's really having a good time, I think, and it makes you want to have a good time too.
This is Patricia Underwood in the flesh, who did our hats for us. They are so amazing.
Well, thank you so much.
I'm ecstatic. Everyone's been dying over them.
Well, I really appreciate it, and also I really believe that hats go with clothes, and they go really well with your clothes.
Trust
I mean,
me, if
wonderful.
we could have put a hat with every single look, we would have. We were like, oh my God, how do we edit down this, like, you know, all of those looks? But they're
touch. Well, it's a shape that Chris liked. He really wanted that shape to work with the silhouettes of his collection. And then the colors work very well, picking up all the colors in the plaids and the prints and then the chiffons and everything.
We collaborate with Alejandro and Gelmo actually on shoes, and every season it's sort of this fun collaboration because his aesthetic is very severe and mine is a little bit more whimsical, and when we put those two things together, the end result always ends up being great.